Hello and welcome to our WIFR FastCast. Now, the state line will get another
Yeah, we will.
opportunity to break out those snow shovels here. So let's bring on meteorologist DJ Baker now to tell us about what we can expect here for what could be a snowy weekend. DJ?
Well, luckily, when it comes to this snowfall, I do expect Saturday to be completely dry, but as we get into Saturday night, really overnight into our Sunday morning, that is really when we expect most of the snow to end up falling. Let's go and go to our graphics here. As you can kind of tell, our hour by hour timecast is now suggesting that we'll see snowfall just after that midnight mark as it crosses the Mississippi River. And with it, we'll keep snow around through the majority of the night, but by the time we get towards 5, 6 o'clock, it will quickly start to wind down. Now, luckily, when it comes to this actual snowfall event, it doesn't look all too promising, as our timecast model is suggesting we can get anywhere between 2 and up to 3 inches or so, which is kind of on brand for what we're expecting here at the WIFR First Alert Weather Center, as at least all of us will get 1 inch or so. 2 to 3 inches is likely, with a few locations, especially close to the Mississippi River, likely getting at that 4-inch total. So overall, this is going to be a snowfall event where we'll have to break out the shovels, but luckily, with temperatures down to the low 20s to upper teens, it should be a bit more of that light powdery snow. So what does that mean? Well, it means it's going to be very light, not anywhere near as heavy as what we saw here last weekend. So a lot of us, the shoveling will be a whole heck of a lot easier. And to top it off, some of us could actually get away with using a brush, a broom, or maybe even a leaf blower to get some of that snow off. But as we get into the remainder of next week, we do have multiple opportunities to see even more snowfall. That includes Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So needless to say, this will not be an isolated event. But overall, don't anticipate any big weather systems of like what we had here last weekend, so we'll just see some accumulating snow here or there, but nothing on the big side, so really no major travel impacts are expected. If you can get out and keep your sidewalks and driveways shoveled, well, by all means, you should have that work pretty much done for you rather quickly, and of course, it's easy to go ahead and keep up with. So overall, we're going to be keeping a close eye on this system. You can download our WIFR First Alert Weather app, where we'll keep you guys up to date when it comes to what we can expect in the coming days. But for now, Jake, I'm going to have you come back on here as we get to the remainder of our forecast. And again, not too bad when it comes to what we have in store, but still, though, a lot of us will have to get out Sunday morning, get those shovels down, but I think the roads really should be good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And something else, obviously, that we do want to alert you to. I know you usually mention it here, but we want you to download that WIFR First Alert Weather app. Of course, DJ is going to be hard at work here, updating all of this stuff here this weekend. He'll be at the station here, of course. So this is definitely going to be a resource that you're going to want to have here as we continue on throughout the remainder of winter here. Now, turning back to the remainder of our top stories here. An 18-year-old girl is airlifted to a Rockford hospital following a serious crash that happened in Lanark Thursday afternoon. Let me pull that up here for you guys. Investigators say Zinnia Larson of Pearl City was hurt in the crash, which involved a semi and a passenger vehicle. Going to run that one back up to the top here. Again, an 18-year-old girl is airlifted to a Rockford hospital following a serious crash in Lanark Thursday afternoon. Investigators say Zinnia Larson of Pearl City was hurt in the crash, which involved a semi and a passenger vehicle. Now, according to the Carroll County Sheriff's Office, the crash happened around 1:15, and deputies were called to the intersection of U.S. Highway 52 and Benson Road. They say Larson turned onto Highway 52 in front of an eastbound semi, which was driven by 53-year-old Christopher Boyd. Larson was airlifted for her injuries. Boyd was evaluated and declined transportation to a hospital. No word yet on if any charges will be filed at this time. And a house fire Friday morning leaves around $10,000 in damages. Investigators say this fire started after 5 in the 400 block of Brook Road. When firefighters arrived, they found a 2.5-car detached garage on fire. The blaze was put out in less than 10 minutes and didn't damage the nearby homes. No one was hurt, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. Beloit police need our help finding 42-year-old Clifton Jones. He's accused of being involved in a deadly shooting in early October. The crime happened in the 1500 block of White Avenue, which killed a 51-year-old man. Jones faces several weapons charges, and if you know where he is, contact Beloit police. Illinois sheriffs across the state support Governor J.B. Pritzker's willingness to consider changes to the Safety Act. Illinois sheriffs believe there should be improvements in expanding judicial discretion, lists of detainable offenses, and transparency in sentencing. Some say they're committed to protecting the safety of every resident in the community. WIFR's Bria Walters speaks to lawmakers on those potential changes. And with the mission to offer accessible and diverse educational opportunities to state-line schools, the Rockford Symphony Orchestra hosts a sold-out showing of the Nutcracker for students. More than 23 schools attended the show Friday morning, with Rockford Dance Company's artistic director Lucas Segovia providing insight to help students gain a deeper understanding of the music, story, and choreography. The Nutcracker returns to the Coronado Theater for general audiences Saturday night at 6 and Sunday afternoon at 3. And state-line communities are getting into the holiday spirit, and Rockton invites you to be a part of the magic this year with their annual Christmas Walk. Starting tonight, folks are invited out at 5:30 to the Christmas tree lighting in Settlers Park. Then Saturday, Village Green Park will be lit at 4:30. That's followed by the lighted parade at 6. WIFR crew members will be at the events both nights, including WIFR meteorologist DJ Baker, who will be out there tonight. So come on out and say hello. And we've reached 389 donations of our weekly goal of 800 for the WIFR Season of Giving Blood Drive with the Rock River Valley Blood Center. 85 people rolled up their sleeves yesterday, and if you donate today, you could be entered for a chance to win 4 tickets to the Rockford Ice Hogs game, and if you donate tomorrow, a chance to win a membership for the Discovery Center Museum. And, of course, those stories will be in our shows coming up at 4, 5, 6, and 10. And, of course, to make sure you're getting the latest news both here in the state line and across the country, you're going to want to head to your smartphone's app store, or you can scan this QR code here to download our WIFR News app. That's going to take you to either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, depending on which type of smartphone you have. You're going to want to make sure that you download this, and you're also going to want to download our WIFR First Alert Weather app. I know I already popped this one up here earlier in the show, but just want to pop this up again for anyone who does want to download this app, of course. This is going to be the easiest way for us to send the most accurate, updated information right out to your phone. You're going to want to make sure you accept notifications on both of those apps as well. Those are those little alerts that are going to pop up right there on the front and center part of your phone the second that you open it up, especially as we enter into the winter season. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you coming up here in a little over 20 minutes or so for WIFR News First to 4 with Sydney Stoffregan. Thanks for watching.